Fam! This is your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto, baby. And fam, all I have to say is this week is going to be absolutely crazy. Trump tariffs. Wars are starting. Bombs being dropped. Crypto pulling back. I'm about to break it all down. What it means for the meme stocks, what it means for crypto, what it means for AMC, what it means for GME. So prepare. Money to be made, best believe I'm a clocking. So let's let a few people in here. Make sure you guys share the stream. And then I'll start. Let's let a few people get in here. If you guys can, share the stream. Share the stream. Share the stream, everybody. Share the stream, and the show will get started shortly. Also, press the like. Press the like because I want to get the stream pushed out there. So share the stream and press like. Futures are down bad. Futures are down bad. What happened to my line, bro? Okay, never mind. I ran to Iraq. I've been living under a rock. I've been living under a rock. I mean Iraq. I've been living under Iraq. I mean Iraq. I ran to Iraq. If there's somebody who has not subscribed to this channel and you're watching right now, please subscribe. All right, we got 34 people in the building. We can finally start the show. I shared the link. Let me make sure the Discords get it. Damn, Bitcoin dominance went higher. Holy shit. Are you guys ready? Let me see some hype in the chat, man. You guys ready for this week? How you feeling? How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? Did you guys do what you wanted to do? Did you get what you wanted to get done? My weekend was great, bro. Bought a new car for my mom because the other one broke down. So you got your car situated, it seems. Oh, happy birthday, bro. It's your birthday today? If it's your birthday today, I'll give away a membership in honor of your birthday. Happy birthday, Danny Lamb. Definitely getting a birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Danny Lamb. You're welcome, brother. So this Friday, it's your birthday? Or last Friday? Because if it's this Friday coming up, we can do the celebration on Friday. Yeah, if you guys can, definitely give Danny Lamb a birthday wish. He holds it down, always sends super chats. Definitely deserves it. Well, happy birthday, brother. Last Friday. Got you. Happy birthday. You should have. Did you say something? Oh, we could. Did you say something on Friday though? You should have said something on Friday. Maybe you did though. Maybe you did. I think I gave away like 6 memberships on Friday. Fishy friends in the building, what up? Adrian, what up? I thought Adrian was fishy because they said flex on him. What up, Adrian? What's good? How was your weekend, brother? Kai Supreme, what's up, bro? Fire in the chat. Hey, crypto getting a tiny little bounce. Bitcoin's trying to use this sloping support and resistance as support. Flex on them. And you can check my performance. You know, they don't want it. Why you don't ever do this all like this, man? I've been doing this since I was 22. I don't even know how to do this. You know how I just came through with a coupe? Came through with a coupe and a slide. She's a bad bitch. Yeah, you know that bitch. Nah. You already know that she's gonna ride. See the change, see this in the eyes. Tell it from her soul. Money over everything, that's all I gotta know. I'm teaching them how to get the fucking glow. You know what it is, I'ma always reach the goal. Run it back. Double strap, 2 backpacks. Really, what is that? Yeah, you get clapped like clap backs. Run it back. Pockets fat like a running back. She just got like a snack. crazy. Hot crazy. Eyes low. Crazy. And I got my shit crazy. Crazy. Fucking like a psychic crazy. You know what it is, yeah. Got so many hits. I don't even need money, all I ever knew. You knew what it had to be. It was either him or you. Yeah, futures are down bad, y'all. Futures are down bad. We got a good bid up in here, man. So all this stuff going on with the war is gonna definitely affect the stock market. Dow futures slide 200 points. Oil rises, which is to be expected. I did do push-ups today. 50 so far. Alright, y'all, peep game. I got a few information to put. Alright, y'all, peep game. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm about to break it down. Check it. So right now what we are seeing is futures reacting to the news. Obviously we saw crypto pull back, and now futures are pulling back. Oil is rising. Now I'm going over everything in the weekly outlook and prediction, which I'm going to drop a video for as well, and I'm streaming right now. If you want all of the details, make sure you check out both. Put the bell notification on, that way you know when I go live, and like, subscribe, that way you're getting the information you need to know. Now if you've been living under a rock, obviously, I'll catch you up real quick, but we basically moved B-2 bombers in position and then have had several successful strikes, the US directly bombing Iran. And we've done this several times already now and have had successful strikes. And as you guys can see, Trump claims U.S. obliterated Iran's nuclear sites, and that's what we were hitting, nuclear sites. And you guys can see we're basically going over that, and that's what's happening now. And they're basically confirming that it was a success. So that's what you're seeing in the current thing, and I will keep you guys posted as everything develops. Bitcoin starting to get a small bounce. It was lower than this. Now I have a fractal for BTC, which I went over. I think they're trying to create fear in BTC so they can buy it up. Bitcoin is the one thing they can't make more of, so they have to shake you out of it. Don't get shaken out, not financial advice. And futures are down pretty heavy, so I'm going over what to expect in the morning and then what I'm expecting for this week. Like and subscribe and check out the weekly outlook and prediction. So what I'm expecting for SPY, everybody, is I'm expecting SPY to pull back in the morning. And if SPY does pull back in the morning, yeah, watch gold and precious metals. And that's why I think, that's why I said BTC is going to do well in war. BTC is going to do well in war. I'll talk about BTC in a minute. They're trying to shake people out because BTC is going to skyrocket if we do go into a war. I'm at 85 push-ups. I just did 35 more. Why is it saying bad connection? What the heck? I have good frames. Let me try to refresh. All right, guys, we got 50 people in the building. I'm just going to play one commercial. Just going to play one commercial. We've been streaming for 30 minutes now. Got Lion in the building. What up, Andrew? What up, Lion? 8801. What's good with you? Everybody give Danny Lamb some birthday love. Danny Lamb's birthday was on Friday. Hit the like button if you haven't. Let's get these numbers up. Crypto's gonna be fine. No way. A freaking super chat, bro. Brother, thank you. 8801 with a super chat on the weekend. Let's go. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, for real, bro. You have no idea how much that means, for real. Thank you. Yeah, your boy been slacking off, so we gotta push this week. We gotta make some stuff happen. I gotta figure something out. A new type of giveaway or something to get people hyped. Because we gotta make something happen this week. We gotta stream long. We gotta stream hard. I think oil's gonna rock it. Bitcoin's gonna rock it. Gold's gonna rock it. Silver's gonna rock it. Everything that's a commodity, things that are finite, hard assets. Bitcoin's definitely going to skyrocket, I think. Yeah, hype in the chat. Hype in the chat for Ape. Hype in the chat for Ape for sure. What up, fam? Yeah, hype in the chat for sure. Hype in the chat for sure. Why is this beat so hard? Yeah, this beat is sick, bruh. Sorry, guys. Now, as far as data drops, let's see what we got here. So it's going to be the 23rd to the 27th. That's what I have on here too, right? 23rd to the 27th. Monday. Exiting home sales. Wow, this week's going to be crazy. Tuesday and Wednesday, we get Fed Chair Powell testimony. This week's going to be insane. This week's going to be insane. Thursday, holy cow. Durable goods, but even more so, GDP, quarter over quarter, final Q1. This is huge. This is massive. And it looks like it's going to come out negative, so they can't lie and say the economy's growing. If it comes out negative, that's going to be worse because we already had one come out negative, but this is the quarter over quarter final for Q1. So it's going to be like even worse. We already had the last one come out negative, but this one's even more important. If this one comes out negative, bro, that means there's high inflation, no growth in the economy, bro, and high unemployment, bro, and they can no longer lie. This is going to be huge. Oh, shiznits, y'all. This week's going to be the craziest shit you've ever seen. Then we also, listen, we have data drops every single day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day this week. Bro, these beats are sick. Alright, let me stop playing around. How was your guys' weekend? I had a great weekend. What up, Chris K, Kai Supreme, Andrew, Ghostman? What's good with you, bro? Glad to see you here. Roaring Lion in the building. Roaring Lion says, get it. Ape 801. I'm chilling. I'm Gucci. Oh, he's talking to Ghostman. I see you. I feel you. Hold on. How many super chats are we talking about? And why didn't anyone tell me I missed super chats? Oh my God. Danny Lamb just sent a super chat and I missed it. I'm so sorry, Danny Lamb. My God, bro. I'm so sorry, Danny. I don't know how I missed that, John. I be missing them sometimes.
Let's start the hype. Too bad last week AMC plus GME sad but relief face.
Sad but relief face. Thank you, Danny Lamb. Outstanding for the two-piece. And Andrew T as well coming in with a two-piecer. Thank you, Andrew and Danny Lamb. Always holding it down. And I'm going to do 15 push-ups right now in honor of these super chats. Thank you so much. Let me do these 15 push-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 80, 90. That's 100 push-ups right there that I've done for the day. Thank you guys for helping me get my my workout done. Thank you guys. 3 super chats on the weekend. That's insane. Salute to the fam, man. I appreciate y'all so much, dog. Man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys. 3 super chats on the weekend? What the heck, bro? That's crazy, man. 3 super chats on the weekend is crazy. Yeah, I know you guys cannot see. Sometimes I point the camera down, but I didn't this time because I have it standing up. And then on Friday, guys, we have core PCE, personal income month over month, and personal spending month over month, which looks like it's coming down as well, which is bad because that means the consumer is spending and making less. This is a way that they use to judge the consumer health or health of the consumer, and it looks like we're coming out negative, and it looks like it's coming down off of April, off of highs, off of March. We had a negative here at the start of 2025, had up to a high here in March, and now it looks like it's coming down from that into April, and then even now, even lower, going into negative values is what the forecast, or not negative, but just right above negative at 0.1. So, not looking good, guys. Not looking good. No way. No way. Another super chat. This week's gonna be a good week. Thank you, Chris K, man. Thank you, brother. This week's gonna be a good week. I know it. I just do my best, man, to try to keep it.
Best channel on YouTube. Keys rocket 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 rocket.
Thank you, Chris K, with the 2 piece. Let's get some hype in the chat, man. Let's get some hype in the chat from my mains. Let's get hype in the chat from my mains, yo. Let's get some hype in the chat from my mains, yo. We've had so many super chats already. Thank you guys so much. All right. Now let me start trying to orchestrate this video. I'm really scared to call for a green week on the memes, but they look good. I gotta go with my gut. I need to look at the charts though. So let's take a look at the charts here. I need to take a look at some things. So let's take a look at the charts here. So GameStop looks like it's kind of losing momentum here on the short time frame. It's easy going to push higher, I think, though. I'm scared of it having to come down a little bit before pushing higher, but I think we're going to come up for this gap fill this week. AMC's right at the bottom of this falling wedge. If I had this falling wedge, I would have been able to tell that the last couple of weeks would have been red very easily, but I literally just found this falling wedge late last week. I'd have been able to call these 2 weeks red easily. Dude, another super chat. What is happening? Do you think AMC can survive like this? Yeah. Because if the SPY truly does capitulate, if the SPY truly does capitulate, we could see some action,
like this,
some margin call action. But what we might see first is pullback. You know, I don't know how much AMC and GME are going to pull back because the whole entire market's going to pull back. I'm telling you guys that now. But what we have to figure out, and what we seen last time, we seen AMC and GME kind of go against the market the last couple of days. So if based off the technicals I have here, AMC is actually literally bottoming and is about to push up. So we'll probably see AMC bottom and push up as long as all of these technicals play out. But if SPY drops like super hard in the morning and just tanks down, it's going to make everything come lower. So we might have to see a little bit more downside before moving up. I want that to be very, very clear. Now, as far as only technicals, it looks perfect. Like we have this falling wedge. We should be bottoming out of this and push up. The only thing I'm worried about is like if the market crash will bring us down. If we do go down a little bit lower, RSI's at very low values already, especially on some of these bigger time frames. So like you guys can see here, we're at like 38. on the 4-hour time frame. So RSI is pretty low. We had this oversold here, oversold here. So RSI is pretty low on these higher values. On the daily time frame, it's at 41. So it would go oversold on the bigger time frames pretty quick, which would indicate that we'd most likely see some buying happening. Now, we also want to check if there's any buy orders. Which there are a ton of. Right here, just big fat blocks of buy orders. Those green blocks on your screen, those are all buy orders. Big blocks of buy orders. Green week, bro. Green week. Because even if we went down lower, we're going to pop to the upside. And I'm going to illustrate that. Here. Even if we drop down for whatever reason, we're going to pop right back to the upside. So even if the market did drop us down, we're going to pop back to the upside. All right, so we're going to call for a green week for Amy. And GameStop should definitely be able to have a green week because it's recovering. I'm thing I'm worried about with GameStop is the same thing I'm worried about Amy, is like a little bit more downside before the upside. Like maybe like Monday or Tuesday. We'll see a little bit of like downside, but we really got to see like how much of the effect SPY is going to have. But a lot of people don't seem to believe this or understand this, but AMC and GameStop do have negative beta, so they can go against the market. And if margin calls come, like if SPY really starts to bleed, and I'm talking about like capitulation, I'm talking about absolute dumpage, then you could see something pop off. And again, everybody who's been following me knows the reference I use. I only use this reference because it happened in history, so it's something that you guys can see actually happen. It's not something I'm just making up. There's other examples that can be used, but this is just one of the most famous ones. VW short squeeze. Obviously, if you follow my channel, you know that this happened right as SPY was capitulating. You guys can see July, October, Volkswagen was rallying, then it dumped here in October and then absolutely squeezed all in October. Well, what happened in October 2008? I will show you guys SPY 2008 chart. And you will see, if you look on your screen, that in October 2008, SPY was capitulating at its max. In fact, it was literally causing almost seller exhaustion because of how much selling was coming. Well, seller exhaustion came out a little bit after that. That's when we found a bottom. But you guys can see we were literally fell off a cliff and capitulating. October, November, December, those were the lowest lows. We kept making lower lows. And look what Volkswagen did, especially in October when the market was completely tanking. Volkswagen started mooning. And then heading into the end of the year, you kind of got a pop and then a pullback and came back down to your base, which was still pretty high because you rallied up into this. So it like just kind of made a floor that was still high. That's crazy. She's wildin'. She said she needs to start an old lady on OnlyFans. That's crazy work. It's crazy work. All right, I got to get this video done, so let's go to video mode. Let me grab some water and then figure out what I want to put in the video, and then we're gonna do that part. You guys know the whole spiel. Hit that like button, please. Thank you guys for the super chats on the weekend. That's crazy. You guys are wildin', man. I truly appreciate it. Truly. We actually have 59 people in the building right now. Thank you. Another super chat. I have a prediction for Spy. I'll tell you in just a second. Thank you, Ruben, for the another super chat, which is crazy. So all you have to do is look at futures.
Do you think Spy is going up, open up, dumping?
All right, thank you once again, Ruben. So, Spy, what I think is going to be happening is you'll probably see a pullback to the downside, find support, and then push up and then make a lower high and then come down. Because futures are down. Now, they could come up a little bit, but most likely Spy will open up a little bit lower, and then it will find support, and it will go high, and everyone will think, oh, it's going to recover completely, but that's when it makes a lower high and then continues down. That's what I think we're going to see, in my personal opinion. And I will be live tomorrow. Make sure you guys put the bell notification on. That way you guys know when I go live. Definitely red week for Spy, green week for AMC, green week for GameStop. GameStop was able to have a green week this last week, even though Spy was red. So GameStop had a green week here. Spy had a red week here as predicted. AMC had a red week, but I think we're at the bottom. I think we're about to break out of this falling wedge and get that green week. I didn't have that falling wedge last week. I wish I did, because I'd have been able to predict red week this last week instead of a green, and I would have had it all right. I would have had a 3 out of 3. I would have had a 3 out of 3. I almost had a 3-peat, bro. That means 3 weeks in a row where you get a 3 out of 3. That's very hard. That's like a crown win on Fortnite, except even more rare. I need that. That's the new game I'm playing now. Like, if I can get all three weekly candles correct 3 weeks in a row, that's going to be an official 3-peat. We were very close one week where we had 2 weeks, and then I literally missed by 1 candle. Missed by 1 candle. Alright. Let's do this video, because I need to eat something. My stomach feels weird. I don't know why, man. My stomach feels weird as heck right now. I don't know if I feel like nauseated or... We're almost at 50 likes, yo. I appreciate it. $99.99999. I love the chat. The chat's so lit. You guys are awesome. What up, David? What's good with you? Chat is lit right now. Andrew, Nana8, Captain Juan. Love the energy from chat right now. Just past 300 views. Hey, we got 56 people here on a weekend. That's popping, man. That's popping. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Spy major support is 593.81 and 592.91. Where's the gap fill starts? There's gonna be support there. What up, Bad Dreams? Or B4 Dreams? What's good with you guys? I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did get a little starter pack. I did get myself a little starter pack. Something light. Might get more in the future, I don't know. If I needed to, I could sell it, you know what I mean? It's not the worst thing to buy in the world. Not the worst thing to buy in the world. You guys went crazy on the super chats on the weekend. That's wild. I don't know why, but you guys did. Can we get one new member to add to the pool? That would be a cherry on top. All right, let's get this video started, man. I need to figure this out because it is getting late. Let's go. Come on. I gotta lock in. And then I will stream tomorrow. I plan on streaming, going in the streamer mode. I want to have a lot of fun on stream. So make sure you guys turn up and tune in with your best attitudes. Tune in with your best attitudes because it's going to be a fun one this week. We're going to have a lot of fun this week. Also, there's going to be a lot of volatility, so things can get crazy. Oh, we just got a new subscriber. Thank you so much. 16,278 subscribers. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. If there's anybody who's watching this right now and isn't subscribed, subscribe right now. And if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. I appreciate it. You all are the best, DZ fam. Okay, let's try to get this video. I'm gonna mess it up, I know it though. No, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm just gonna do a shorter than normal or something. I don't know what to do. I'm not feeling it, you know what I mean? Got this, bro, I got this. Stock futures are down. We have that right here. So we can close this. I already told everybody about the successful strikes. Futures are down, so I don't need that. I guess I can leave it open. I do. I feel nauseous. That's what it is. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to try to knock the video out so I can like lay down for a second. What up, Artists of Teals? Nana Ape, Ape 801. Starter pack. Starter pack. What's up, fam? You are back for another video with DataZero. This is your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto, and this week is going to be insane, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break it all down. This week truly has some unique features. Let's talk about it, what you need to know as traders and investors. Hop in the charts now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So right off the bat, since everything is going to be affecting all stocks, sometimes there's things that affect only like certain stocks, and I don't talk about it in AMC and Jimmy chat, but there's also reasons why you should check it out on SPY section and follow SPY section, because let me have to reset. Here. That's fine though. Also, if you're watching now, please drop a like on it when it pops off. If you're watching now. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do commercial, and then what up, fam? You are back. This is your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. And fam, this week is going to be insane. I'm going to break it down why it's going to be insane. We're going to talk about it, what you need to know as traders and investors. Let's not waste any more time and hop into charts, facts, data right about now. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, this week is going to be truly insane. There's so many things going on. Even if you don't trade SPY, you should always watch the SPY section, because sometimes there's things and events that take place that I only talk about there, but they affect the whole entire market. Now, if they're major news, I'll talk about it right in the beginning like I am about to now. As you guys know, if you've been following and seeing what I've been reporting, the U.S. has successfully struck Iran nuclear sites, okay? Multiple times already as of now. I basically gave you guys the lead up into what was happening, how they moved the B-2 bombers into place, and then when the attacks happened, I basically posted it right away. So make sure you guys follow me, like, and subscribe. That way you can get the information right away, and then follow me on Twitter/X as well. Now, if you go ahead and look, crypto was pulling back while that was happening, which I'm going to break down why crypto's pulling back. I believe it's more of a shakeout, but I'll talk about that more in the crypto section. But as you guys can see, futures are down right now, okay? Futures are down. This is the active futures charts right now at time of recording. And then also we got articles coming out saying futures are down. Oil is rising. Most likely gold and silver, especially if this continues, will rise. Precious metals will rise. And that's why I believe crypto will rise as well. And that's why I believe this is a little bit of a shakeout. Again, I'll break that down more at the end in the crypto section. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to see an overall drawdown on the entire market. So the question is, how much is it going to affect AMC and GME? Let's go ahead and break that down. So right here for AMC and GME, based off of the technicals, right here for AMC, we have a falling wedge. I wish I had this last week because I'd be able to call for a little bit more downside for a pop to the upside, but I told you guys we would hit 295 and then bottom around that range. 290, 295 is what I said. We could see a little bit more downside if the overall market pulls us down. So basically what I'm expecting is, because futures are down, I'm expecting SPY to drop down lower. So the market could open up and you could see a significant move lower on everything. If that were to be the case, then AMC would get oversold relatively quickly, as it's already close to oversold or pretty low on some of these higher values that matter, like 2-hour, 4-hour, and daily time frame. So if we did see that, you would see buyers stepping in. Also, just to confirm that there's a huge amount of liquidity here and a huge amount of buy orders here for AMC stock, sitting at all the way at 301, coming down all the way to 290. That's why I said we're not going lower than 290. You're going to see us drop down to about 290 and get a pop to the upside. We might already just start popping to the upside, but what I want to warn you guys of is if we do see a drawdown in the market that's very severe, we could see a little bit more downside, but before recovery. But overall, I think this week is going to be the week where AMC recovers. We're breaking out of this massive falling wedge. So we had this big, huge push up, this nice rally, this rally we all remember. Then we go into this falling wedge, we consolidate so we can get bullish again. And now we're going to start recovering. I believe we are bottoming from this overall downtrend that we are in here, that we've been in since 409. I think we're bottoming from that. I think 290, 295 is going to be the bottom of that. Maybe like 289, slight little movement underneath. But then we're going to start moving back above $3, holding $3 as support, and then start filling these gap fills to the upside, as AMC does still have gap fills on the daily time frame to the upside. So I believe we're bottoming here, creating a floor around $3, $2.90, and then we're going to push up. And that happening this week is going to give AMC a very, very clear green week. So I think I got this one locked in the bag. I think AMC is going to be seeing a green week in my personal opinion. As far as what we could see here on Monday morning when market opens, it depends if we get a big drawdown. You could see it in the overall market. You could see us start a little bit lower. Then I would expect to see recovery after that, maybe making a lower high and then maybe having to have the day or two to recover if we did get a knockdown. But if we're able to hold above $3, what I would expect to see is us maybe drop down, maybe be above $3 pre-market, and then come down using $3 as support. And if we're able to hold $3 as support, then we're going to start pushing back to the upside. Now, I want to make it very, very clear on what exactly needs to happen to see the memes have a margin call type of short squeeze. So I just want to show you guys for an example. If you've been following my channel, you guys know about this, but some people don't know about this. This is the Volkswagen short squeeze, and I'm just going to break it down real quick here. In 2008 October, Volkswagen absolutely squeezed while SPY was absolutely capitulating, and I want to show you guys what it looks like to see absolute capitulation. I'm not just talking about one red day or two red days, because that can sometimes bring AMC and GME down. Algorithms can get triggered to automatically sell. Day traders start to take profits, and that's what can run these stocks down. And then also the short sellers will start dumping short shares on it. So there's multiple reasons why a pullback in the market could cause AMC and GME to pull back, but a dump in the market could cause a short squeeze because of margin calls. So you can see here in 2008, right here's 2008 October, when the market was truly capitulating, making lower lows even after this massive dump down. That's when Volkswagen squeezed. So again, just a reference, something that happened in history. You could see a margin call come in that could squeeze the shorts out of AMC and GME and cause a massive move up if SPY is absolutely capitulating, absolutely dumping, which I think could come here soon, and I'll talk about that in the SPY section. So that's just, I just want to clarify that, because some people seem to get confused because some people are like, hey, you said AMC and GME will pump if SPY goes red. It depends on that particular day, and it also depends on, is it true capitulation or is it just a pullback for that day or that week. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. I think we're going to see a green week, and then on Monday I think we're going to be able to hold $3 and then move up towards 304. If we hold $3 and confirm that, that's going to confirm that we are indeed bottoming and breaking out of this falling wedge. I have this white dotted line prediction right here. Now, as far as GME is concerned, GME, I want to see hold the key level of 23.29. I think we might see some pullback in the morning. GME tends to follow SPY just a little bit more. Algorithms get triggered. Day traders take profits. So we want to watch for that potential drawdown here in the morning. If SPY has the potential drawdown in the morning, which I'm predicting it will, based off of futures and what we're seeing. So as long as GameStop can stay above 23.29, 23.15, I would expect to see more upside. Now, what we want to get above is $24, because GME has a massive gap fill here on the daily time frame, and once they announce that all of the notes and conversions are done, you're going to see a recovery in price, and we're already starting to recover. RSI extremely low. This is why I call GME a buy on those days after it dumped down. GME is already up from that position. I think GME is going to continue this overall uptrend. The one thing I am worried about is a little bit more downside before the upside, but I think overall we're going to be able to see a green week. But we might have to see some pullback on Monday or Tuesday as AMC consolidates, and then see some upside in the later half of the week. So don't just think upside, 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 upside. We might need to see a little bit more downside, especially on GME, before pushing to the upside. So again, I think it is going to be an overall green week here for GME. We had a green week last week. As far as what we could see here on Monday morning, I'm expecting a drawdown possibly in the morning. We want to get back above $23.50 and $24. That way we can start heading towards this gap fill here on the daily time frame. Once GME starts to get into the gap fill, it will be able to move rapidly because there's going to be little to no support and resistance there. 24.30 is where the gap fill starts, and then the gap fill doesn't end until 28.47, and then we have another gap fill above that around 29.65. So Massive opportunity to play this gap fill. This gap will get filled. This is on the daily time frame, and I believe, just like last week, I predicted that GameStop will start recovering. We're going to see that for this week as well, so green week for GME. Let's go ahead and break down some of the numbers here for the meme stocks, and then we'll move into SPY in the stock market. So right now, at time of recording, we have 11.63 short interest here for GameStop stock, sitting at 5.8 million short shares. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a huge amount of short shares. They are definitely planning something, and they are definitely afraid of something. Again, GME's cost to borrow started to spike, and then, of course, if SPY does start to pull back, that could put the shorts in a very tricky position, especially if AMC and GME start to decouple from SPY and move up. Because if AMC and GME move up as SPY pulls back, that's the worst position the shorts could be in, because now they're losing liquidity and margin calls could be coming in, and especially if the price is going higher, the person that's holding the short shares, holding the collateral, they're gonna be like, hey, you see the price is going up, and I know you guys are losing margin. I'm gonna need you to post more collateral or shut this position down, and that's how they could get squeezed. So right now, at time of recording, 3.7 million short shares for AMC. So they're definitely stocking up on both, a little bit more for GME. 0.64% cost to borrow here for AMC. AMC cost to borrow slowly ticking to the upside. We want to see that cost to borrow go higher. Cost to borrow is a direct representation of price for the meme stocks. When it goes higher, price goes higher because they have a hard time shorting. Now you guys can see cost to borrow spiked up for GameStop. It's still above 1.17%. So anything above 1% is on the right track. So we are still on the right track. This is going to definitely change here on a Monday morning opening, but we want to see that cost to borrow go higher. It should go higher because they have been shorting heavily. You guys can see these white volume candles. That's the shorting volume candles. They've been shorting heavily, so we should see cost to borrow go up based off what I'm seeing here, and kind of find a bottom and start moving back to the upside, which will be bullish for us and giving us a bullish sign. And I broke that down in other videos. I don't have time right now, but you can literally look at the cost to borrow. Last time GameStop spiked, and when we had that squeeze, the little mini squeeze of 600%, cost to borrow spiked, and that was one of the ways I called that we were going to see a move. So cost to borrow being up for GME, definitely bullish, and they are building up short shares as of right now, so just be aware of that. We could see a little bit more downside before upside on the meme stocks, but I'm thinking about green week on AMC and GME. Let's go ahead and move into SPY and the overall stock market, show you guys what's going on there, and then we're going to go into BTC and crypto. So obviously, right off the bat, we're going to be talking about the Middle East. I told you guys there's been successful strikes there, and as of right now, at time of recording, futures are down, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now that could change as time goes on, but as of right now, futures are down, and normally when we see this, that means SPY opens up to the downside. So if we do see SPY open up to the downside, a big dump in the pre-market, what I expect to see from there would be recovery, making a lower high and dropping down. Now, I don't know where SPY will drop to, so I cannot give you specific levels on where we will recover to until the market opens, and then I can get my live stream open and then give you guys that information. So make sure you guys put the bell notification on. But I can tell you where we have support and resistance and some possibilities of where we can end up. If we do drop down, I think we'll end up around 592.91 or between 593.81. Those are also your support and resistances. The 592.91 is the start of a gap fill. If we go into that gap fill, we're going to drop as low as 591.68. We're going to fill that gap if we go below that 592.91. So look for the break of 593.81, because if we break below that and cannot get back above it, you're probably going to see a decent move to the downside. So keep that number in your mind. Now, to the upside, we have resistance at 595.98. If for whatever reason SPY were to be able to go bullish, it would have to break and hold that, and then it could push to the upside. If SPY loses 593.81, expect for a decent move down, but it would have to confirm that as resistance, move away from it, head into the gap fill, and then it will start to dump. Okay, so just watch for that level, because if it cannot be held, you're going to see SPY dump. And again, this is all predicated off if we see a drop in the morning, which I think we will see a drop down. Again, don't get overzealous shorting if you do see a huge drop in the morning. That's a bear trap, because normally what's going to happen is recovery before the continuation down. So you want to be aware of that. Don't just open up a short position right in the morning after the market's down 0.5% or a percentage point pre-market. You're gonna get caught up. So again, none of this is financial advice. This is just pro tips from me to you and what my analysis is saying. This is my research and due diligence that I put out for all of you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. But this is what I'm looking at for SPY. I think we are going to see a red week on SPY as far as I am concerned. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out and show you guys why I do believe that, and show you guys what's going on here. So I called these last 2 red weeks here on SPY as SPY broke down out of this rising wedge and began to top out. Now, I also said once NASDAQ officially comes back inside of its rising wedge and breaks down, that's when it's really going to be all over. Well, this last week, we officially got NASDAQ coming back inside of its rising wedge, retesting it and starting to break down, filling the gap fills that it created to the upside, and then leaving only gap fills to the downside. RSI is starting to trend down, and you guys can see this is on the daily time frame. MACD is starting to get more and more red. NASDAQ is losing momentum. NASDAQ has made a lower high. This is extremely bearish. A lot of people cannot see that because all of this volatility, they think that it's going to go to the moon. It's going to go to new all-time highs. What they can't see is that this thing is topped out, dropped down, and now has made a lower high. What comes next is a breakdown from this rising wedge, which is going to shake so many traders up, and only DZ fam is going to be prepared for. You're going to see NASDAQ start to tank and make potentially another leg down that goes even lower than before, okay? All of the macro that I said is playing out. I told you guys, once you get that RSI overbought on the monthly time frame, and then you drop back down and you get that monthly red MACD, that's the beginning of a bear market for stocks. And that's what we're getting. NASDAQ confirming it by making a lower high and now topping out. Once it starts to drop down, I think it's going to start to possibly capitulate. And then this is when we could see another dumpage like we've seen from this last rising wedge. So I think that's coming soon. Not this week, potentially starting maybe at the later half of the week, because we got some crazy data drops that could trigger this thing. So just every day we have data drops. Exiting home sales, Fed Chair Powell testimony on Tuesday and Wednesday, durable goods on Thursday, GDP, which is supposed to come out negative based off the consensus and forecast. That could definitely trigger it. That comes out on Thursday. Personal income month-over-month, personal spending month-over-month, and core PCE index on Friday, June 27. This week is cram-packed full of action, and that's why I said it's going to be absolutely insane, and any one of these things could trigger it. The Fed speech or GDP is one of the 2 things that could definitely trigger a lot of downside, especially if this GDP does come out negative as expected. So that's going to be something I'm keeping my eye on. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think people are ready for what's happening. There's so much uncertainty with the Trump tariffs, and now the thing going on in the Middle East, and then we also have Ukraine proxy war as well. I don't think people are really that are bullish really understand all of the factors going in, and now we're also getting economic data like negative GDP reports that are showing that the economy is actually contracting. So I'm going to have to go red week on SPY. Let's go ahead and quickly go into crypto because we doing this video really long here. So let's just quickly go into crypto, and I'll cover crypto more on the live stream. I do apologize anybody holding crypto, but Bitcoin is a shakeout. Okay, this is a shakeout. Crypto is being shakeout. Why? Because crypto is finite. Crypto is finite, and they literally have to shake you out. Normally, when you see a wartime environment, you see precious metals, commodities do well. Bitcoin is a commodity, okay? And it's one of the best commodities because it's finite to a T. 21 million coins, and only 21 million coins. And that's not even count all of the coins that have been lost. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a shakeout. They want to shake you out of your coins. Also, we have the fractal showing us that we're still right on track. So I'm not worried at all we're still right on track as far as the Bitcoin roadmap is concerned. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and show you guys what that looks like here. This is just a fractal that I had found that tracks very, very well with my overall predictions. So first of all, we have these buy orders here all the way from like 100,000 all the way down to like 96,000. And then lower than that, we have 90 to like 88,000. So that's going to be your floor. Like I said, 90,000 to 100,000. That's pretty much going to be the floor for BTC. If we drop below that, we'll hit the 90 to 87 floor. But I don't see us going much lower than that. The fractal says we are on our way down. We'll probably see some more downside. But we'll maybe get like a little bit of a bounce from here and then see some more downside. But when we get the drawdown, it leads to a new high. And that's when I think we're going to get my price target of the 115 to the 125K. So and that's also when altcoin season could come as well. So I think this is a shakeout literally so they can buy the dip and buy it cheap, because they literally have to shake it out of your hands because Bitcoin is finite. They cannot create more. They cannot dilute. They cannot do all of the other little sleazy stuff that they do with stocks and everything else. They can earn gold even. They can hoard gold and manipulate the prices and stuff like that. They can't do a lot of that with BTC, so they literally have to create fear and shake you out. And I've noticed a lot of fear mongering on BTC. Listen, you're not getting my Bitcoin. If anything, if I see the prices come low enough, I'm going to be buying more. In my personal opinion, Bitcoin dips are for buying. Now, as far as crypto is concerned in a whole, you're going to see altcoins bleed because crypto is controlled by Bitcoin right now, as the Bitcoin dominance is at 62%, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin dominance going even higher. So when Bitcoin dominance is this high, if Bitcoin pulls back, then altcoins are going to pull back even harder. If Bitcoin pumps, then altcoins are going to pump even harder. So this is what we're looking at for the crypto market side of things. I think this is a shakeout. I think Bitcoin will get a bounce back to the upside. If it's able to get above this 101.5, you could see recovery as of now. But don't be fooled. That could lead to a lower high where we come down and have to touch you like about 89 to 90K. As long as Bitcoin doesn't go underneath 85 to like 75K, I wouldn't worry at all, as this fractal is tracking. So this is what we're looking at. This was your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. If you made it this far, I thank you so much. So people watching the end, and it helps me out immensely. I do have a merch store. If you guys want to check it out, it's going to be linked in the description. And we have a Discord as well, exclusive buy signals, technicals, information that is not on YouTube, and exclusive community. If you want to join that, it's $100 for a lifetime invite. Literally pays for itself. If you want more information on that, hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5. And if you want to support the channel for absolutely free, just hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, share the video, all that good YouTuber stuff. And as always, the most important thing, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, fam. All right, that was a banger, right? That was a banger, right? What up, Doc Airline? All right, let me edit this thing because I'm nauseous as hell, man. I'll tell you what. I need to lay my ass down. I'm glad I was able to push the video out, though, for sure. Thank you, thank you. What up, Zandler? What's good with you, bro? Thank you, Nana8. Yo, thank you guys for the super chats, man. Steve was into it, man. I was in the zone too. I'm working as hard as I can on the class for sure. Over half of it's done. So just a few more lessons. I think the 24-hour markets open up at 8. You want to keep my new necklace for me? Because I'm allergic? No, I know why my stomach's upset. I need anti-heartburn medicine. I also need to just completely cut drinking out, even on the weekends. But that's for another discussion. Yeah, I know why my stomach's upset. And it's a chain, not a necklace. All right. I got the title and stuff. Now I just gotta upload this puppy. Alright, I gotta make a couple edits and then I gotta upload this puppy. And when I want to see all of you, tune in Monday. Thank you so much, fam. I appreciate y'all. If you're still watching, man, thank you. What? There's 70 people in here? What? No way. I have to refresh this. There's no way there's 70 people in here. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much. 70 people, yo. Thank you so much, fam. 66 likes. Multiple super chats. Like it's a weekday or something. The only thing we're missing is one new member. You guys, thank you so much, man. You guys always show love, man. I love y'all, man. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out while I work. I appreciate y'all. Sorry I wasn't being entertaining. I had to get everything in order, but I have both videos uploading now. Bano, DH, Nana. I want to see you all here tomorrow. You already know the deal. 24-hour trading opens in like 6 minutes, so I'll leave the stream open until then. Because the video shouldn't be uploaded before that. But if the video uploads before that, then I have to turn it off because it will mess up the way the algo works. So let me just keep an eye on the video process. Should be fine. The video should be up by 8:30. So I'll let the 24-hour market open, and then I'll turn off the live stream. Thank you guys for being here, man. Crazy numbers, 70 likes. You guys went ham on the super chats. I'm gonna shout out everybody who sent super chat. I can't believe we got so many on the weekend. Shout out Bano, holding it down. Oh my God, I missed another one. This must have been while I was making the video.
Thanks DZ for all that you do for the fam. Smiling face with heart eyes, smiling face with hearts, face blowing a kiss.
Thank you, Bano, for everything you do, man. I appreciate you. You already know. Thank you.
What? Adam Aaron Botthorn / oil HYMC / gold. We see
Always.
rocket.
And thank you, Andrew, for the thank you, Andrew, for the super chat. Now, I'm not saying Adam Aaron's smart, but maybe having gold during this time won't be the worst thing, especially if gold goes up a lot. You know what I mean? So thank you, Bano. Thank you, Andrew. Ruben. Shout out, Ruben. Shout out Ape801, Andrew again, and Danny Lamb, Chris K as well. Multiple super chats today, like it's a regular day, except it's the weekend, man. I appreciate y'all for that. That's crazy. Thank you so much, DZ fam, for everything. Much love. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, fam. We are the best. Thank you all so much. Truly couldn't be here without you. I'm going to let the 24-hour markets open, which open up in 4 minutes. See what's going on, and then we're going to be go ahead and closing up the stream. The video will be dropping shortly. Thank you all for everything. 70 likes is crazy. On the weekend, that's wild. We've been streaming for 2 hours. All right, night markets are open. Night markets are open. It says get AMC down 0.33. GameStop down 1.5. I'm just gonna turn it on quickly, but not leave it on. It'll mess my lines up. And SPY's down to where I said it would be. But this doesn't mean anything. It could easily change. But SPY did make a big drop down. GameStop pulled back. GameStop's been following SPY a little bit more. Like I said, AMC holding up. But I'm not worried. But GameStop has been following SPY a little bit more. SPY's down, but also the 24-hour trading doesn't mean much. A lot can change. See you, DH. I'm shutting the stream down. I appreciate all of everyone who stayed. We just got 500 views. So after this song, shutting it down. Thank you all. Like and subscribe. Yeah, SQQQ up 1.5%. If the market crashes, SQQ will pump. All right, fam. Oh, now it says AMC's up. It says AMC's green. GameStop's down a lot, but it says AMC's green. Crazy, bro. We're about to see some crazy stuff. I'm telling you guys, most wild week ever. All right, y'all. Peace. Get ready for volatility. Peace.